The sky is blue because of a fascinating process called scattering, which happens when sunlight interacts with Earth's atmosphere. Let's break it down step by step and add a little more detail. Sunlight isn't just white, it's a rainbow in disguise. When we look at sunlight, it appears white to our eyes. But it's not just one color, it's made up of all the colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. These colors travel in waves, and each has a different wavelength. Red and orange have long, stretched-out waves, like rolling hills. Blue and violet have short, bumpy waves, like tiny ripples in water. 2. What happens when light meets air? Earth's atmosphere is full of tiny gas molecules, mostly nitrogen and oxygen. When sunlight enters the atmosphere, it bumps into these molecules. Instead of passing straight through, the light scatters, or spreads out in all directions. But here's the key. Shorter wavelengths, like blue and violet, scatter much more than longer wavelengths like red and orange. This is because shorter waves are easier to bump around, while longer waves just keep rolling along. 3. Why do we see blue and not violet? It's true that violet light scatters even more than blue light, so why don't we see a violet sky? Less violet in sunlight. The sun doesn't produce as much violet light as it does blue. Our eyes favor blue. Human eyes are better at seeing blue than violet. We have more receptors for blue light in our eyes, so it stands out more. 4. Why does the sky change colors? The color of the sky isn't always the same. It changes depending on the time of day and how much atmosphere the sunlight has to travel through. When the sun is high in the sky, the light doesn't have to travel very far through the atmosphere. Blue light is scattered all around, making the sky appear blue from every direction. Sunrise and sunset, red and orange. When the sun is low in the sky, its light has to pass through a much thicker layer of atmosphere. Along the way, most of the blue light gets scattered out before it reaches you, leaving behind the colors with longer wavelengths: reds, oranges, and yellows. That's why sunsets and sunrises are so colorful and warm-looking. 5. Why doesn't the sky look blue from space? When astronauts look at Earth from space, they don't see a blue sky. Instead, they see a black sky and a glowing blue planet. Why? Because there's no air in space to scatter the sunlight. The blue we see on Earth is all thanks to our atmosphere. Without it, the sky would look like the black void of space all the time. Fun facts about blue skies. 1. Other planets have different skies. Mars has a thin atmosphere filled with dust, so its sky often looks pinkish during the day. Titan, one of Saturn's moons, has a thick atmosphere with orange skies because of its chemicals. 2. Rainbows work the same way. Rainbows happen because sunlight is split into its colors when it passes through raindrops. It's like the raindrops act as tiny prisms. Pollution and dust can change the sky. On very hazy or polluted days, the sky can look pale or gray because the particles in the air scatter light differently than clean air does. So the next time you look up at a bright blue sky or watch a fiery sunset, remember, it's all thanks to the way sunlight dances with our atmosphere. The sky's beauty is a perfect blend of science and nature.